Lesson 2.5, solving equations involving absolute value. First of all, you need to know the definition of absolute value, and that is written in blue. It's the distance a number is from zero. So now we're asked to evaluate this expression. So evaluate the absolute value of m plus 6 subtract 14 if m is equal to 4. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to substitute for m. M is 4, so we have 4 plus 6, and we need to bring down our absolute value symbol, and then subtract 14. We write that down. We're going to treat absolute value as grouping symbols, so we're going to do the work inside first. So 4 plus 6 would be 10, so that's the absolute value of 10, subtract 14. So how far is 10 from 0 on a number line? It is 10 units, so 10 subtract 14, and our answer is -4. Next, we're going to look at an absolute value equation. In general, the absolute value of x must be equal to 4. So this is asking us to find values of x that when we put them inside the absolute value, we come up with 4. So we need numbers that are 4 units away from 0. So there's a nice picture here that we can clearly see that -4 is 4 units away from 0, and positive 4 is 4 units away from 0. So we could say -4, if we put that in for x, -4 is 4 units away, so that would work. So one answer is -4. And then we could also say that x could be +4, so the absolute value of 4 is also 4. So our answers for x would be -4 and +4. And we can also write the solution set as -4, 4 with the braces. So you're going to have 2 answers for absolute value equations. Next is a word problem that involves absolute value. First, we have the temperature of an enclosure for a pet snake should be about 80 degrees Fahrenheit, give or take 5 degrees. You are asked to find the max and minimum temperatures. So important material here would be 80 degrees Fahrenheit, and then they say give or take 5 degrees. So we would start with 80, and for give or take, we're going to do plus or minus 5. So 80 plus 5 and 80 minus 5. So here we would get 85 degrees Fahrenheit, and over here when we subtract, we're going to get 75 degrees Fahrenheit, and this would be your max temperature, and this would be your min. All right, some practice problems. Evaluate the expression. F is 3, G is -4, H is 5. So here we have the absolute value of 3 subtract H. H is 5, so you're going to substitute 5 there. And then add 13. So we do the work inside the absolute value first. So this is going to be -2, because 3 subtract 5 is -2. So we have the absolute value of -2 plus 13. And we know that -2 is 2 units away from 0. So 2 plus 13, and we get our answer of 15. Next problem, we said we have to substitute F and G into our problem. So we have the absolute value of 3 plus a -4, and then we're going to subtract H, which is 5. Now, we should know from last year that we do not write plus a negative. When you're writing plus a negative, that's the same as saying 3 subtract 4. So 3 subtract 4 is -1, but that's still the absolute value. And then we have to take away 5. We know that -1 is 1 unit away from 0. So 1 subtract 5, we get an answer of -4. Okay, and then I would like you to try question 14. So you try this on your own. And that ends video.